It's commitment time.
Welcome to the Hopefulist, a daily talk show hosted by veteran broadcaster Wendy McClure. Join Wendy each day as she shares her life lessons that transformed her from perpetual pessimist to the ultimate hopefulist. The perfect morning show to get you caught up on the day's top stories while sharing insights that will lead to positive transformation and bring out the hopefulist in you. For more inspiration, visit Hopefulist.com. And now, here's your host and hopefulist, Wendy McClure.
Here we go, the start of a brand new week. Hello, and thank you for joining me for your daily dose of inspiration and positivity. The quote of the day today. Are you ready for it? The longer you wait to do something, the less likely you are to ever do it. Right? Makes sense. Keep saying we're going to do something. Keep putting it off, and pretty soon you don't even think about it anymore, right? Write it down in your list of things to do, and then you skip it. Write it down again, skip it again, write it down again, skip it again, and soon you're not even writing it down anymore. So all this week we're going to be talking about commitment, committing to the process, and hopefully getting you over that hurdle. It is Grateful Monday, and that means I'm going to share with you some of the things I am most grateful for from this past week. One of the main things the last couple of days and the next day or two as well, we've really had some warm weather here at the Jersey Shore. We are really loving it. It's one of those... It's cool, but if you're in the sun, it's really warm. Once the sun goes down, though, everything takes a dive. I got some new pickleballs. Been playing a lot of pickleball lately, trying to take advantage of this weather. And I was told I do not have the correct pickleball, so I ordered some new ones, and I got them. I'm so excited because they're a cool orange color. Just simple things you can write down here in your gratitude journal. I had an amazing boat ride yesterday. I actually posted a couple of pictures from it on the group page. We went early yesterday morning, and the water was just like glass. It was so smooth, and it was just such a sight to see. It just kind of sat back. It was a little cold on the boat because the water, the bay, is about, 54 degrees. So, yeah, that's going to make you a little bit cold. So I was a little chilly, but it was worth it. It was worth it. Check out the pictures I posted on the group page. I had a great weekend with some friends, hung out with our neighbors, Keith and Karen, and then went over to watch some football with our friends, Dano and Rocco, yesterday. So lots of good food, lots of good company, and fun. Speaking of food, I happened to notice it at the grocery store probably just in time because it's only out this time of year. Frankenberry, that's right, the monster cereals. Joe and I were talking about this yesterday. These cereals were around year-round when we were kids. Frankenberry, Boo Berry, Count Chocula. But they only come out around Halloween now. So I was very happy to see a chance to scoop a box up because I hadn't even seen it really, honestly. And, I really don't stroll around the grocery store. I have a list, and I am a woman on a mission. I go only into the aisles that I need to go in according to my list, and I try to get in and out as fast as possible because our grocery stores are just crazy around here. Crazy. Even when there's like nobody in the store, there's still somebody taking up a complete aisle. Like we were walking down one aisle on Saturday morning. We went about 7:15, 7:30, still pretty early. Not a ton of people in there, but there's a man, walks down the aisle, leaves his cart on the one side of the aisle, then goes right in front of his cart to the other side of the aisle to check out some of the products. And he's standing there, and we're standing there waiting for him to move because we couldn't get by. And finally, I'm just like, excuse us, sir. Get out of the way! We tried to be patient and let him notice us. Was not working. Don't take up the whole aisle, people. Just don't do it. This is why I have a list, and I'm just laser focused on that list and the aisles that I need to get to in order to get what I need on that list. So, the Frankenberry was on an end cap. You know, the end caps get you every time. So, I'm very, very excited to have my Frankenberry cereal. Simple things. This is what we're talking about when we're talking about your gratitude journal. It's not like big, huge things. It's simple things that bring a smile to your face, bring you a little joy, just something that you can sit back and appreciate. That's what we're talking about. So easy, so simple. Some extremely, extremely sad news over the weekend. Alex Trebek has passed away. Of course, the host of Jeopardy for 5 million years. The ironic thing is, I was over at my neighbor's house on Friday night, and he had come up with a conversation, and we were talking about how great he actually looks for how long he has had pancreatic cancer. And then to find out the next day that he had passed away, it was just odd. We're also sad. My sister had texted me and said that she had heard that he taped shows right up until October 29th. So he worked right till the end. But, you know, that leads to the question, what now? You know, and I don't know how many shows they have recorded and how long that takes to what date. My husband said that, you know, he thinks they should retire the show because it will never be the same. I agree it will never be the same, but I do not think they will retire the show. Marcy agrees. She says they won't retire the show. They can't. Alex has been sick for a while, so I'm sure they made a plan. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Ken Jennings, although a lot of fans don't like him. Who doesn't like Ken Jennings? She says, I think he'd be good. Denise agrees. Adele says they had hired Ken Jennings as a consultant, probably just a matter of time now. Yeah, he'd been given some video clues and such. Marianne says, I think he would have wanted the show to go on, although it will never be the same. I think Ken Jennings would be perfect for the job. Linda says Ken Jennings would be great. Michelle says, I hope they won't retire the show. It wouldn't be the same without Alex, though. It's so sad. Larry says, I've been an avid, longtime Jeopardy fan since Alex started. You know, I watched this show as a kid. I remember watching it with my mom. They used to have it on twice a day. They had it on in the afternoon, like maybe 12:30 after the news, I think. Excuse me. And then again at 7 o'clock. So, I mean, yeah, since the time I was a kid. Larry says, I'm torn with this. Part of me thinks they might retire the show, being it's a very tough act to follow with replacing Alex, because there will not be another Alex. Then part of me says they will continue it in time, as I'm sure Alex would have wanted. He was in the final 2 years of his contract, which indicates that he was probably going to retire anyway. And there were rumors of possible replacements. I read Ryan Seacrest, Ken Jennings, Mo Rocca were being mentioned. The crew and the creators of the show should take some time and honor Alex. It's a huge loss in the world, let alone Hollywood. And I'm kind of leaning towards they continue the show. Mary says he once mentioned Betty White in an interview. He said, I joke with the audience all the time, and I say Betty White because they want somebody younger, somebody funnier, he said. As an avid watcher of Jeopardy, White explained to the New York Post in 2018 why she enjoys the program. First, she says it's such a good game. And second, I happen to have a huge crush on Alex Trebek. Corinne says, I like the Ken Jennings idea. Connie says, James, please. But it will likely be Ken. You know, James Holzhauer, is that his name? I don't know about him being host. I don't think that's even really been discussed. If you recall, you know, James kind of won us all over, but if you recall in the beginning, he was very socially awkward. He really didn't say much. Like, he just has this weird sense of humor. And he kind of loosened up as time went on. He was on for such a long time. But I happen to think that it's probably going to be Ken, too. And you know, I think that's fitting. he's the greatest of all time. He's already part of the show now, working behind the scenes, even in front of the camera somewhat. So I think that would be great. I really don't have any other person to put up as somebody that could possibly take over these duties. I don't think Ryan Seacrest is the right choice. I don't know. I think Ken Jennings would be it. I think I'd be happy with that. But we shall see. Like I said, I don't know how many episodes they already have recorded ahead of time. So I don't know when his last shows will be airing. And then if maybe they'll do a little break and maybe show some of the earlier episodes like they had over the summer. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, I guess. But such a sad day. We all love Alex Trebek. And I remember watching the day. It was shown over and over again. The day that I don't remember who it was. He didn't know the answer. I think it was during the championship tournament, and he didn't know the answer for Final Jeopardy, so he just wrote, "We love you, Alex." And Alex read it and got choked up. And I remember watching that live, and I was like, I didn't kind of get it at first, and then I was like, oh, so nice. So nice. So, moving on to the blog post today, which there is none. That's right. There is no blog post today. I am slacking. I had a little bit too much fun over the weekend. I just kind of jam-packed my weekend. Did a lot of pickleball, went on a boat ride, grocery shopping. We had to watch football. There was a lot going on. So I didn't get done the amount of work that I should have gotten done. So I'm just going to give you an overview of this week. And I kind of like this idea a little bit. It's probably something that I should be doing every week. Give you a little preview of what's going to be taking place this week so you can prepare. You can prepare. Because the first thing we're going to talk about goes back to the quote that I started off the show with. Take massive action. It's time to take massive action. Not just action, massive action. We're going to commit to your development this week. We're going to be consistent. And most importantly, finding joy in the process. That's what it all comes down to. You find joy in the process, and you won't have to force yourself to do it. Such as, I'm getting a lot of physical activity by playing pickleball. I don't necessarily have to run to the gym or do these home workouts. I mean, I still need to do my home workouts with my strength training, but I'm getting a lot of physical activity playing pickleball. I mean a lot of physical activity. So find something that you love, find joy in the process, and you will want to do it. It's just that simple. So those are some of the things we will be talking about this week. Meanwhile, it is Monday, people. You know it's my favorite day of the week after Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. A week, brand new week, full of possibilities and opportunities. Now, go on out there and be badass. I'm here cheering you on.
Thank you for listening to The Hopefulist, hosted by Wendy McClure. For more inspiration, please visit Hopefulist.com. Thanks, and we'll see you tomorrow on The Hopefulist.
Yes, you are a badass.